and welcome to Dorks Are Dangerous, Chronicle 3, Session 7. Just a quick recap, our party has made it down below the keep with the help of Sandra. They figured out the puzzle to lead him from one laboratory to the next, saw all kinds of horrific experiments going on deep beneath the keep. They started investigating. They found a secondary room attached to this one with a long table and a book of Twyla, a tome of dreams. And they saw what appeared to be a clockwork creation similar to what Sandra looks to be, but this one has no light in its faceplate, seems to be just dangling over the table above this book as if in preparation to be transformed or created. Near here, they saw a giant hole with a grate over the top, and when Edmund looked into it, he was almost overcome with nausea as he looked down about a mile deep. He saw hundreds, if not thousands, of undead creatures, similar to the ones found in the vats in the other room. It was about this time during their investigations that they, couple of them, Ryanthal and Kenneth, through their message earrings, heard a message from Sandra. She was telling them to hide before it was cut off. And so the party did. They went back into the first room and hid amongst the tables and the vats behind things so they wouldn't be seen, only to see the Regent 3 walk in. And when they did, they saw them dragging Sandra and holding up an unconscious viceroy as they walked past them, heading towards that secondary room with the long table. Only to have the party stealthily at first take them out, one of the regents, and then the battle began as two of them were tried to fight off our party but were defeated, and only for the party to discover these regents were not only being mind controlled by the same device that controlled Daru in the very first session, but they were also illithids, mind flayers, creatures of absolute mental terror. They ended up defeating all of them, gaining a little bit of information. And when they roused Sandra and the Viceroy and tried to get information from them, but the two of them being unaware of what took place, that same ominous voice entered their minds and essentially inviting them to meet the orchestrator of everything that has happened. And that is when the walls began to rumble and the party is descending down, 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 deeper into the mountain. Upon exiting the room, after realizing they are entering seeing a chamber of what is known as the Cradle, the birthplace of Godforge, the place where Patron created them. Scrap that piece. They enter a chamber, one filled with magma and a platform leading out a long bridge that connects to it, made of stone and metal. Chains disappearing into the non-existent ceiling come down and hold aloft this central platform that they're walking towards with two statues, one that is masculine holding a hammer, and the one across a feminine figure seated seems to be cradling something in her arms. They meet a godforge by the name of Cutlass, the one who orchestrated everything that has been happening in Diarden as of late, the one who seeks to rekindle the First War and bring about the resolution that Justinian desired of them when he was created, his life goal. And that is where we start in combat as the party seeks to stop them. All right. Kenneth does a 15 hit.
It does not.
Okay. Does a 17 hit.
It does not.
Perfect. This thing goes to slash at you. They're about 5.5, 6 feet tall, and it's just slashing and hacking at you wildly, but it misses both times. The second one is going to come up here and go after Shelton Bones. Shelton. This is a 12 hit.
No.
Okay. Does a 19 hit.
Yes.
All right. So that is going to be... Please take 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay. I'm going to use my uncanny dodge and half that. You said
Okay.
5?
It'll be 5 for the half, yeah.
So it's 10 total?
Yep.
Cool. You said slashing?
Yes.
All right.
All right, Edmund. That is the soldiers.
Alrighty. Well, does it look like they're protecting that brain over there?
I would say you would automatically assume these two are possibly attacking, or not attacking, protecting it, for
Okay.
sure. You're not sure if the others are, but these two for sure are staying there.
I'm going to cast Moonbeam on it.
Okay.
You're terrible.
It's gonna be a counterspell immediately. What level is that spell?
Level 2.
Ryan,
Okay.
I'll counter that counter spell.
Please counter the counter spell.
Yeah,
You
I'll
have-
counter the counter spell.
Nice!
What counter are you doing at?
9th level.
I will do. I'll do a 4th level counter spell.
The other one counterspells you.
So there are 3 counter spells that just went off?
Yep.
Yes.
Anybody else got a counter spell?
Unfortunately, it's not a cleric thing.
That's dirty.
All right. Anything else for you, Edmund?
No, that was my action.
Okay.
I guess I can move here, and let's give everybody advantage here, and I'll move at the L between the two. So I'll move between the two Godforged and flank with Kenneth and Shelton.
Okay.
Then I am done.
Shelton Bones, it is your turn.
Cool. What is this thing? The one with the shield.
This guy?
Yeah.
That is a guardian clockwork. They are 7 feet tall, and they have 4 arms, 2 of which are holding a shield, and the
Is
other
it
2 have
in-
weapons.
Is it in battle? What's it doing? I don't see it
It's
on
in battle. It just hasn't moved yet.
Or what about the 2 other things? I can't really see what they are. The top one's the yellow and the blue one.
They're the ones that just countered spells. The 2 spells.
Oh. I'm gonna run up and stab the yellow one with my rapier.
The soldier's going to get an attack of opportunity on you.
That's fine.
Okay, let me get that going. Was there hit?
I'm gonna run in the 5-foot cube right here that lets me not get attacked. Or never mind. I guess enter its 5-foot area, don't I?
There's a 19 hit you.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's going to be... Please take a total of 13 damage.
Okay.
But yeah, if you go here, you also notice this thing has long arms.
Then I am gonna do dash and I'm running straight this way.
Okay.
And then I'm running that way, which is 60 feet. And then I'm running this way, which is another 10 feet.
Okay.
So I'm skipping the big bad guy and running right here.
Perfect.
I'm gonna steady stab.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
It does not.
Do I have advantage on it? Hold
Nope.
I think I have
Or
advantage on
is it because it's gone this round, or is that?
Yeah.
Is that what? Yep. Then you would.
Yeah. That is a 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. That is 30 piercing damage. And that'll be my turn.
Awesome. It is now the Guardian's turn. So it is going to come down here. And it has a 10-foot reach, so it can hit both of you if it wants to. Alright, it's first gonna... Actually, Ryanthal, medium or even or odd?
Odd.
It goes for Kenneth. Alright, so Kenneth does a 15 hit.
It does not.
Okay. Does a 17 hit.
It does not as well.
Perfect. And then it will not use its bonus action this round. That is its turn. Keeneth, you are up. Ryanthal on deck.
All right. I am going to, per my racial ability, I'm going to utilize my channel divinity. And I'm going to present my holy symbol aloft and create a 30-foot radius sphere of Twilight Sanctuary.
Ooh, okay. What does that do for you? Oh, second level. As an action, you present your holy symbol. The sphere of Twilight emanates from you. It lasts for 1 minute or until you are incapacitated or die. Whenever a creature, including you, ends its turn in the sphere, you can grant that creature one of these benefits. So temporary hit points, or you can end an effect that is causing an ally to be charmed or frightened. Ooh, okay.
And that is counts as my action.
Okay.
And as my bonus action, I am also going to cast Spiritual Weapon. And I'm going to attack this one between Edmund and I.
And you said it's going to attack. I'm sorry. Which one are you attacking? This guy?
Yeah, but I did not upcast it as I wanted to, so I'm going to cast that again.
Okay.
Just for the damage.
What level are you casting it at?
At level 3.
Let's
So
see. The 14 does hit, so go ahead. And it's for 7, you said?
Yep.
On green. Anything else for you?
That will do me for now.
Fantastic. Ryanthal, you're next.
Okay, so I'm going to. I think we're gonna bonus action do my dance again. So let me just go ahead and pop that up.
He
Okay,
does a little dance.
Does my little dancey dance so that my AC is a little bit more manageable, and then I'm going to cast Storm Sphere.
Oh, okay. Where are you putting that bad boy?
Let me actually make sure I get it posted so you guys can see it. The spot, so when I was checking it earlier, it looks like right underneath one of these guardian, the yellow guardian fella that's near the brain.
The
That guy.
Galashank?
I think this, sorry, the Galashank unit. I think right beneath the Galashank unit would put it at a spot where it's hitting, well, basically hitting the brain, both Galashank units, the BBEG, the little red dude, and the purple dude that's closer to us.
That's a 20-foot radius, correct?
20-foot radius. And it
Yeah.
should be, Shelton should be out of it.
He is out of it. Good job.
Look at that planning right there.
All right, so...
See, I swear I'm not bad at this. It's just like I can't post the spell in VTT for some reason.
So the 17 was the first one.
There we go.
There it is. Okay. So 17. I just got to make sure. I got to double check. So the 17 does not. Let me see what this does. So it is. They must make a strength saving throw or take 2d6 bludgeoning damage in the sphere space of the terrain.
And the first one there is going to be that 8 bludgeoning damage. So
I just need to make strength saving throws for these guys. Okay.
And then on the BBEG, who is in range, he's going to be hit with advantage by a lightning strike, which I think would be looks like that's the 17 and 24 that are showing up there. So we'll call it the 24 for advantage and 15 lightning damage, if that's cool with you.
Okay. So his strength save, it should have been with his dash, not advantage. But anyway, so he got a 20 on his strength save. And then the other guys... Clock the soldier fails. The Galashank, the first Galashank, the other one failed. That yellow one fails. The blue one succeeds. And then the Guardian, damn. Okay, he fails too. All right. So let me see. So let's see the damage. So for those who failed, what's the whole damage? Is it the?
So those who fail, it's just going to be 8 bludgeoning damage. No damage to those who pass. And then, actually, so thinking about it, how about the brain? How's that brain looking?
The brain, when you go to cast the spell, it doesn't seem to react. The blue energy around it kind of like pulses outwards. Vroom. And there's definitely a little damage on the brain, but not as much as you were hoping for.
Right. So it does that bludgeoning area of effect for a 20-foot radius. And then until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your turns to cause a bolt of lightning to leap. Oh, but I'm not using my bonus action because I did my dancey dance. So I will not be doing the lightning. So it's just going to be the 8 damage for those who failed it. And that's going to be it for now, but it'll basically hang out there for a while.
For that sphere, do I have to...
You are
range. Outside. Yeah, you're just outside of the range of the sphere.
If I enter it, is it a continuous thing? Or now that they're just there, like they got hit by it?
The sphere remains for the spell's duration. Each creature in the sphere, when it appears or that ends its turn, must succeed on a strength saving throw or take 2d6. So anything that enters it, as well as anything that ends its turn in that area, takes 2d6 damage. After the strength saving throw.
So you're saying I can't go into it without having to...
Yes, you can't get into it without having to do a strength. If you pass the strength saving throw, you don't take any damage.
Mm-hmm. It has to be bludgeoning, doesn't it?
Yeah, I forgot that's your weak spot.
Wow.
All right. Now, is that everything for you, Ryanthal?
Creatures within 30 feet of the sphere have disadvantage on perception checks made to listen.
We're listening. Okay.
And that's my action, bonus action. And I don't want to move because I don't want to get smacked. So I think that's going to be it for me.
So on the end of your turn, I grant you, per my aura, the temporary hit point bonus.
Excellent. What's that temp bonus?
Which for you is going to be 10.
Oh, you're a lovely human being.
All right. So he is going to attempt to dispel on that storm sphere. He does not dispel it, unfortunately. And he will use the rest of his movement. 15. Yeah. He's too big. Pretend that's 15 feet. Okay.
The great one, more like the lame one. Am I right, boys?
All right. Now that one of you is within 10 feet of it. Let me see. Nothing happens yet. All right, that's its turn.
He takes damage.
How much?
2d6.
Thank you. Go ahead and roll that for me.
All right, that's going to be 4.
All right, thank you. Shrugs it off. Doesn't seem fazed by it. All right, it is the soldier's turn. And as we enter the second round, the soldiers coming in to attack the party, swinging wildly at Edmund as he fends them off with his shield. The BBG, known as Cutlass, bearing down on the party, his ominous aura exuding from him in waves, attempting to overcome their minds with fear. We see our cleric Kenneth attempting to get his magic aura going and help protect the party just a little bit longer so they can do more damage. Attack these soldiers, attack the guardian, unleashing his spirit guardians in a maelstrom 15 feet around him to protect his allies and cut through their enemies. Ryanthal and Shelton go to work on the brain and attempt to get it destroyed in hopes that it will somehow turn the tides in their favor, but they must get through the Galashank units that are protecting it from magical and physical harm. Shelton goes in to continuously attack and stab the Galashank units, hiding from their sight so they cannot retaliate or chase them down easily, trying to draw them away from their mission, which is to protect this giant brain-like entity. Unable to coerce them farther, and them making sure they maneuver so one is always guarding the brain directly while another one covers the flanks. Ryanthal shooting magic across the map, this giant oval-like stone structure that they're all standing on, supported by chains, shooting magic towards the brain, only for it to be batted away, and eventually realizing if the bad guys can't see him, what is there to counterspell, and turns invisible. So when he casts lightning bolts on the Galashanks and on the brain, there is no one to see to counterspell, and he begins to find his rhythm. Meanwhile, Kenneth and Edmund are holding on, taking the brunt of the attacks from Cutlass, from his soldiers, from his guardians. Kenneth taking to the air to protect not only himself, but to make sure he stays alive and strong for the party long enough to see the end. His magic flourishing like a brilliant twilight across the field as Twyla herself graces him. His spiritual weapon hacking and slashing as the soldiers take more and more dense, and these clockwork creatures explode once they become too low in power, casting fiery shrapnel upon our party, damaging them even further. And as Cutlass bears down on Edmund, bringing him to his knees time and time again, the paladin seems to find a way to stand back up and stay strong. And finally, just when all hope starts to seem lost and the party is starting to go towards an inevitable doom, the tide begins to turn. So Ryanthal, you let out this arcane blast of lightning from where you are on the field down south. You cut across the field with it, you hit the Galashank unit, and you hit the brain. And both just light up like Christmas trees. The Galashank unit stuns itself and it gets a little bit jerky as it tries to overcome it. The brain, though it does not make noise, the tendrils that are attached to it flip and flail in the air as it's shocked. And then you move away from your original position, and the Galashank units, now that it is their turn, look to see where that came from, but are unable to locate the source. And instead, the one with the yellow mark, who is within the Spirit Guardian Shroud of Kenneth, who is up in the air 15 feet, is going to move more towards the center in front of the brain so that it is not taking attacks, which it actually does need to take some damage here in a second as it started its turn in that shroud. But it's going to move away so it's more guarded in the center there. Kenneth, if you could show me what the damage is for starting his turn inside that Spirit Guardian Shroud, I would appreciate that.
Roger that. I show 24.
24, okay. It fails the wisdom save of with the 6. How do you want to do this for the yellow one as it tries to move out of the way and is suddenly just destroyed by your Guardian Shroud? Your Spirit Guardians.
Oh, I would put them in a piranha type mode for him.
Okay. So as this unit tries to turn and separate itself from the shroud, they pull it back into their shroud and they just start diving into its body, ripping apart the metal and the skin, and it doesn't even get a chance to scream as they devour and leave it in shattered pieces. Well done. That also takes with it a bunch of counterspells. Alright, so then it's the other one's turn. Since this one has died, it is going to move back into position up here. And that'll be its turn. Next is Cutlass, our big bad. He is going to first bonus action have his spiritual weapon, a great giant axe, float over towards you, Kenneth, and it's going to hover just at an angle below you, as if waiting for its chance. And then he himself is going to move up here and is going to use a special ability called Aura of Conquest. I need Kenneth and Edmund to please make me wisdom saving throws.
You have advantage because, or not advantage, you get +3 because you're within 10 feet of me. And is this a spell?
It is an ability.
Wisdom, you said?
Yes. That fails.
4.
Is it a spell?
It's an ability.
Oh, right. Well, that's not good.
Okay. So, Kenneth, you are just frightened.
12.
So yeah, you're just frightened, even though you just had a nat 1, which made it a 9. Edmund, you're going to take 6 psychic damage, and your speed is reduced to 0 because you're within 10 feet of it. At the start of your next turn, you can make a wisdom save to try to break free, but for now you are stuck there.
Is this a fear effect?
It is. Yeah, so it's basically his aura of conquest is so powerful, it is making you frightened of him.
I may be immune to that because
Okay.
I'm a paladin, but that might be a level from now. Hold on.
Yeah, I have advantage on frightened conditions.
All right, roll again.
Wisdom, right?
Yep.
Well, that's a little better. It's a 13.
Unfortunately, it doesn't quite cut the cheese.
Good God, a 1 and a 2.
Yeah, I'm not immune to fear.
Okay, you're not immune, so you are stuck.
So it's just my speed is reduced to 0, and
You take
I take
6.
damage. You said?
Yep, 6 psychic damage for every turn
Well.
you are within 10 feet of him. I'm actually
Okay.
going to give you guys an aura so you can see it. All right, and that is their turn. We are now at the soldiers. The soldiers are going to go after Edmund because you are right there. So the first one,
Of course.
of course. So we're going to start with red. Yep.
And I'm still dodging, I believe. So.
Yep, so it's with disadvantage. 11 and a 13 definitely don't hit you for that first one, so red misses. Purple's going to try as they clink and are all damaged up, so they're swinging a little weird. 12 misses for sure, otherwise the 21 would have gotten you. So they both miss you.
Good. I don't want to be hit. Tired of it.
It is your turn. Go ahead and make me a wisdom save.
Am I unable to do anything?
Nope, it's just whether or not you can move.
Okay.
So basically, if you were outside, that fails, unfortunately, with a 16. If you were
Okay.
outside the 10 feet, you could still move, but since you're within 10 feet, you cannot. So take another 6 points of psychic damage for me.
Ouch. Okay. By the way, those soldiers, they're within the aura of Kenneth, so they should be taking damage. Yes.
Thank you, yes. Okay. Roll the damage for both of them. I will give them their dex saves real quick, or their wisdom saves. I don't think they're very wise.
Do you want it for each of them separate
Yes.
or to get
Yes,
the same?
please. So tell me which one you're going for first.
Whichever one's first in your turn order. I would say.
so red
So we're
went
saying
first.
purple and red, right?
Yes,
yeah,
red
we'll
went
do red.
first. You want them first? Okay. All right, they failed. That is, they are officially now damaged. They just finally got some hurt on them. Go ahead and do for the second one. That's 21. Let me look at him. They fail. How do you want to do this for the purple soldier?
Well, if you're saying he went down, then it would be like a buzzsaw effect where they just focus and rotate through him.
All right, as your spirit guardians are putting in work, you hear the screech of metal as they tear through the armor and start pulling it apart. Edmund, I need you to make a dex save for me as the fire within this thing starts to ignite.
Do I have the ability to make a dex save with a 0 movement?
It would
Am
be
I,
a
like,
disadvantage, I would say.
Okay. 9.
9.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. Please take 10 points of fire damage.
Alrighty.
And
I'm leaking and burning.
purple is gone.
I am going to throw out a Hail Mary, and I am going to use Suggestion on Cutlass.
Okay.
DC is Wisdom 15 with advantage, I believe, because he is in combat.
Okay.
Or no advantage.
So I've got a DC wisdom save. Okay. What do I need to beat?
15.
Thank you.
Probably super doable, but why not?
Maybe he's a big dummy.
Maybe he's not wise. Maybe just a charismatic robot,
Maybe he's really intelligent, just not wise.
or maybe just strong and stupid.
Maybe. All brain and no brawn.
Oh, he failed.
He has a negative 1 to wisdom. Yeah, he big and dumb.
he real failed.
Wow, I didn't think that was going to work. I looked to him like, throw your sword in the lava.
Okay, he's close enough that he chucks it right off the edge.
All right, goodbye, Holy Avenger. I didn't need you anyhow. I'd rather not get hit by you. So,
Are you charmed or frightened?
am I? I'm frightened.
You couldn't have just told him to throw his suit of armor off the ledge.
He is he has a suit of armor, so that would be endangering himself. So we can't do that. You two are both frightened, by the way.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, Johnny. Are you? You said you were frightened.
I am frightened still.
You can either have temp hit points, or you can have that effect removed at the end of your turn.
I will take the temp hit points because I'm not dodging anything this turn. So, how many are you getting?
11.
I like it. All right, thank you. And then I believe I am done. I don't think I have any bonus actions I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Shelton, across the
That's me.
battlefield. What are we doing?
Bonus action hide.
Okay.
That is a 31
That's
for
a sleight of
stealth.
hand, not a stealth. But I believe you have the same number.
It's 1 extra, so just -1.
Okay.
So 30. You got a 30. Yeah. My bad.
So good.
If the DM Lord will let me keep it.
The DM Lord shall.
Excellent. Then I'm gonna run over to the blue thingy, and we're gonna stab it.
All right.
We're gonna stab. That is a 23 to hit,
That does hit.
and it's gonna deal some damage. That is 6 piercing and 15 sneak attack. We are gonna re-roll our piercer with piercer because I roll a 2, so we're gonna roll another, and we're gonna see what it gets me. Where are thou D8? Oh well, it went down. So now it is a 5 piercing damage and 15 sneak attack damage.
So +5, +15. So got it. So that's how much you hit him for.
A total of 20 damage total.
Looking real rough.
I have 40 movement speed. That was a 30 to get to him. I hit him, correct?
You did.
So I'm gonna move 10 feet in this direction.
Okay.
And I'll have my turn.
Perfect. Now, Bruce, does Shelton get HP because he's in your aura?
He certainly does at the end of his turn.
Perfect.
Who's Aura?
You're in Keenith's aura of healing.
Oh, cool. I don't think I get the HP, do I?
You would.
Yes, you do.
It's just like healing potions and like cure wounds, but this is a passive ability of his.
Okay, so 10.
Nope.
We'll see. He's gonna roll it for you.
Oh, okay.
13.
I'll take it.
Boom.
I got
Also,
25 temp HP points.
also, Bruce, did I get a D4 worth of hit points back too, or no?
On my turn.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. It is now the Guardian's turn. So many choices. All right. We're gonna see. All right. Keenith, even or odd?
Even Steven.
Odd it is. It's going after Edmund. All right. So Edmund, this one is gonna come at you with its long sword, and it's gonna do 2 attacks against you. Does a 27 hit?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. The second one misses with an 11. So he's going to do. All right. You are gonna take 9 lightning damage. You're gonna take 5 bludgeoning and 7 slashing, for a grand total of 21.
Okay. Real bad.
All right. And then it, seeing that part of its unit has gone down, it's also going to take damage, from the Shield Guardians, because it is technically within the sphere. Can you roll that for me, and I'll do its wisdom save. You might not need to take that damage, we'll see. All right, well, he's not even hurt, so yeah, you still will take it.
Ooh, nice one. 22.
Perfect. It fails, so 22. Finally got some hurt on the board for the Guardian. And then it's going to use its bonus action its movement and bonus action to dash and move. So it's going to get all the way across to there. It's still going to be inside, but that's fine. And that is its turn.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, you do.
I'll take it. 14.
Misses. It sees you go and it throws its shield up just in time to block the blow. Keeneth.
Right.
So you're up in the air. The spirit weapon is kind of below you, almost like it's preparing to come after you. You just saw the big bad guy frighten Edmund and keep him there. What you doing?
I mean, you're not doing great, right?
Yeah, I'm not looking too swell.
Then I think
Is Ryanthal gone?
No.
Oh, he's up next.
Yeah.
I'm next.
Yeah, how you looking over there, Ryanthal? Pretty good, right?
I mean, I'm invisible, so I'm not worried.
Yeah, we're pretty good right now.
Yeah, nobody's seeing me.
I mean, these nerds over here.
Standing in plain view.
Right.
I am going to. So I'm basically going to move in a path to not draw an attack of opportunity on red.
You're still in
But
the air, so
I
it
was-
couldn't reach you unless you're trying to come to the ground.
I'm trying to get down to Edmund, so
Got it.
to within about 6 feet of the ground. Yeah.
Got it.
So I might, if you determine that it's an act of opportunity, it's because I'm going to go directly to him.
Yes.
Just enough to touch him, literally, so I can cast healing on
If
him.
you don't move from that spot, like if you try to go back up, it will be an opportunity attack, but if you stay there, it's not.
Right.
Okay.
So we're going to do cure wounds on you, sir.
Thank you.
You can have 27.
Oof. All right.
And then I am going to peel back away, so there will be an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Um,
Does a 22 hit you?
a 22 will hit me.
Okay. You'll take 11 points of slashing damage.
All right. And do I need to do a concentration check on my spirit guardians?
Yes, sir.
Let's do a quick con check to see if that's still up. All right, that's pretty good. 15.
Mm-hmm.
Be with that. Bonus action, spiritual weapon, going to attack the big guy.
Okay.
All right, and I believe spiritual weapon was cast at 3rd level. 13 to hit.
13 misses.
Yeah, I figured it might. It's okay. And then everyone within the darker green aura can have a D4. I can roll that for you, or you can.
Roll it up, good sir.
I was gonna say, you go ahead and roll,
Alright.
Bruce.
I will do so. Let's see. So that'd be just you and I. So here's yours. Take another 1.
I'll take it.
We'll take everyone we can get at this point. And I get 3 back. And I also get the same. And
Actually,
that will... Yes.
So give me a wisdom save real quick. Because you're still frightened from before. If you fail, you
good
can't heal Edmund, because that's
point.
going towards him.
Here we go. Let's see if that succeeds. Come on, wisdom. Well, that's pretty good. 19.
Yep, you make it.
Plus,
All right.
plus his 3, 22.
You're good. You're no longer feared. Or scared, whatever the word is.
I'm not scared. And then my racial heal. And then I'm done. So I'll calculate my racial heal here in a minute.
Okay. All right. And I believe that's everything for you. So, Ryanthal.
Yep, I'm pretty easy. So I'm going to just take one step over. All right. Would we say that I can hit the Guardian and the Galashank unit and the Brain with
Is
a
it a
5-foot wide beam? Lightning is a 100-foot line, 5 feet wide.
Yeah, I would say you could do it. And I'll make those dex saves. The brain will
Alright.
automatically fail. So if you want to roll damage for that one. Or the full
I'll
damage.
I'll just roll damage for it, and then everybody gets half on a failed save, and all of it on a failed save, half on a successful save.
Right. The Guardian succeeds.
Okay, so he would take 11.
The Galashank does not.
So he'll take the full 23.
23. That Galashank unit is on death's door, barely holding on. And then the Brain failed automatically, 23. Brain's not looking as rough as the Galashank unit. Still rough, but not nearly as rough.
All right, and then I'm going to, because I think we've been in combat for a minute, so I'm just going to go ahead and refresh my dancing as my bonus action, and then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to just, going to move all the way over here so that I'm not standing where the lightning bolt came from. And that is going to be it for me.
I enjoy Ryanthal's dancing like no one's watching.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That blade dance, just like do 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 do. No one sees me. And just running back and forth across the battlefield as well, right?
He's a maniac.
Doing like a little fairy step every once in a while.
Yeah, just so you're aware,
Yes.
any movement through the Spirit Guardians' movement cut in half.
Yes, that's why I made the Guardian do
The
a
dash.
dash. Yep.
I figured as much.
Thank you for the reminder, though. I almost forgot it for a couple things. So, back around we go. Galashank units. He started his turn there, so actually roll me the damage so I can do the wisdom save. I'll do that real quick. Because I don't know if he's going to... you know what? You know what? No. How do you do it as the other Galashank unit falls? Because that's plenty.
There's one more coming. So it basically, we're just going to grab it, and they're literally fighting over the limbs and
Okay.
pulling in various directions.
You hear the gurgling as it tries to scream, but through the blood as it's reaching out to try and claw away, and it's just dragged back into the swarm of this energy, unable to defend itself, and goes limp on the ground in pieces. Good job. So they don't get even a turn. All right, back to the BBG.
Did you just kill the thing that I have been working the entire time to kill?
Yes, he did.
That's messed up.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Kenneth, right now, his eyes are glowing bright white. He's surrounded by this flitting sphere of cherub, of like tooth fairy cherub type things, and they're just tearing through things at this point.
My eyes are glowing dark black with rage.
So, I don't know why this didn't dawn me sooner, but I just realized where the two guardsmen who were lured away with Duru are. The innocent guardsmen. Just realized where they're at.
Smart man.
It doesn't matter.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm so
Kill
happy
everything.
you caught note of that.
they were unnamed PCs. I just wanted to mention out for the holy folk in the party. You know, just an aside.
You see your free action. Oh my god, there they are. No, okay.
Sounds like a bad time for them.
So with Cutlass's free action, he's going to point at the Guardian and point to Kenneth and say, finish it. And then he's going to look at Edmund, look back
Finish him.
Finish him! And look at Edmund, who just made him toss his sword, and goes, that's fine. I don't need a sword to kill you. And he's going to come up to you. And he is going to raise both fists above his head because you cannot run. And he's going to slam them down on you, or attempt to.
Yeah,
These hands are rated E for everyone.
29 to hit.
They are. Yeah, that hits.
What an arm strike.
Take 29 points of bludgeoning damage as he crashes down on top of your head.
Bill, you should have let him keep his weapon. Jeez.
Are you still up?
Oh yeah, I'm up. I got
Okay.
healed for a bunch.
Perfect. And
I
then
am worse now than I was when I first got healed, but that's fine. Everything's fine.
everything's fine.
Usually how that works.
That's good. And the spiritual weapon's going to come over for his bonus action. Move it. Let's see.
Wait, I thought it was gone.
Spiritual weapons aren't concentration.
No, I thought the weapon was gone, but I'm thinking about the other one.
26. 10 points of damage, please. Force damage.
Is that considered a spell? Because I take half damage.
It is a
from
spell, and
spells.
it uses a spell attack modifier for each attack. So damage is
Okay.
force damage, which is almost always magic damage. So yes.
Okay, so because I am a Oath of the Ancients, I have Aura of Warding, so I take half damage from. I have resistance to spell damage.
Got it. Okay, so take 5. All right, it is now the soldier's turn. Soldier is going to come after you as well, because you're still there. The only thing he can get to, and he can't see the wizard down south.
That should be a country song.
All right, the first attack misses with a 10, but the second one I think hits with a 21, unless I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong.
22.
All right.
22.
Then
Sounds like a
is
good
your
song for a
turn.
bard. The Wizard Down South.
That'd be a great song.
So I can't. Oh, well, I got to roll to see if I am still
Yep.
0 movement. Come on, Wisdom 19.
You make it, and you do not take psychic damage.
Okay. I can't move into the square that the spiritual weapon's in, correct?
No. Oh, it doesn't occupy
Like-
space. You could go into
Yeah.
a space.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
You can't
There
use
you
it as
go.
flanking, so it doesn't.
I'm going to move there.
Okay.
I am going to pray to Aranon, like, Aranon, guide my blade. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Thunderous Strike and see if miracles can hit twice. And I'm going to swing on him.
You're swinging on the BBG.
Yep, 18.
Misses.
All right.
Never mind. I was going to say the red one attacked him as well, right?
Yes.
But I don't think it's technically because the Spirit Guardians is a sphere. I don't think, again, because I'm 15 feet off the ground, I don't think he's technically in it.
I will allow you to roll for damage, and I'll see if he makes the save. Because we did that before with the other Guardian, so I'll honor it for him to make it fair.
Oh, I get 2 attacks. But
What's
finish your
math?
thing.
They get a 20 on their save. With a plus 0 wisdom. I don't know how, but they did a 20 save.
Jeez. Then he critted.
Let's see. So it's half damage then?
Yes.
Alright, so it's 11, so 5. Okay, perfect. Alright.
And my second swing.
Misses.
13. Boo. Okay.
You're trying to, and it's just he's parrying you off with each blow, coming at you with his fists.
All right, that's the thing.
Alright.
I will take the 11 for sure. I'm real rough again.
Shelton,
Okay.
it is your turn. You just saw Cutlass command the Guardian to likely go after Keeneth. You just saw him strike down on Edmund pretty hard, and you saw that both Galashan units are down, and the brain is only defended by that Guardian. What are you doing?
Bonus section, hide.
Okay.
That is a 29.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up and stab on the last Galashank thingy.
The Guardian. Got it. Okay.
Guardian, yes. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. That is 11 piercing damage, 19 sneak attack damage, so for a total of 30.
Halved. Okay. So you do not as much damage as you were hoping to it. But you still damaged it.
Not as much. I mean, that's a good amount of damage.
It's looking a little scuzzed up. Good job.
Yeah. It's on the higher end of damage. That was a total of 15 feet, so I'm going to use a total of another 15 feet. What are these little beam things? Are those anything?
What do you mean being things?
The beams.
Yes, they're magic that is like surrounding this brain. Someone tried to stab it earlier or hit it with the sword, melee damage, and it bounced off. So that's what it's protecting you from.
Bounced off the brain.
The energy surrounding the brain, yes.
Ooh, Ooh. Then I'm just gonna. What are these, like pillars?
These two are pillars, yes.
I'm gonna run over here with my remaining.
Okay.
My remaining movement speed.
All right, the Guardian's going to go, and it set its sights up at Keeneth.
Now, where is the brain?
Right there. So, its turn.
And it's not affected by my spirit guardians?
Its turn is coming up. So, it's like a layered turn, so once its turn comes up, it'll go through. All right. Let's see. So, it's going to turn on you. I assume a 12 misses.
Correct.
Okay, so the first one misses. And then it's going to try once more. Does a 19 hit?
Not if I reaction shield.
Perfect, which was very good. Because as this thing shoots towards you, you suddenly see its chest piece like ignite with arcane energy, and it shoots out towards you in like a spiritual type of blade. And it crashes against your shield and shakes the magic that's protecting you, but has no effect. And it is going to move over here to get out of that sphere. And it is now your turn, Keeneth.
Does it take damage?
Let me roll the wisdom save real quick. It sure do. What's the damage?
22.
Looking real rough.
Which one's looking rough?
The Guardian.
Oh.
All right, Keeneth, what else you got?
Let's see.
I'm still bad again.
I am going to do the same thing. I'm going to swoop down here. I am going to cure wounds on Edmund.
Okay.
Oh, baby. 20.
20's good. I like 20.
Then I'm going to... so, can I drop a healing potion on the ground?
For your bonus action, you could drop a healing potion on the ground.
And that's what I'm going to do. I'm dropping a bonus healing potion right there on the ground.
Okay.
And then I am going to move
All right, that's
back
good.
to here.
That'll be an opportunity attack from the soldier.
Yep. Your AC is 23.
It misses. Swings wide as it goes after you. You just happen to duck out of the way. Or float out
So
of the way.
that's action, bonus action. And then, Edmund, because you're still in that range, you and I both get a D4. And I'm going to take a new. And the D4 for... That's yours. Ooh, nice.
I like 4. I'm still bleeding, but I like it.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right.
So both Edmund and Keeneth get 4 to their extra heals, so that's a little bit better. The 20 there helped you, and that's all your healers got this round. Because I can't move my and there's a potion of healing on the ground next to you.
Ryanthal, you're up next.
All right. Well, it's going to be my last time that I'm going to be able to do this. But I'm hoping I can move here. My goal is to shoot a lightning bolt from myself to the brain.
You can't through the statue.
Ow. Okay, then I will move to a different spot. How does there look?
There looks real good.
Okay. Let's see. That was. I'm just double checking.
Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
That's right. So another lightning bolt, hitting the soldier and the brain.
All right. So I need to do DCs. Let's see here. Nope. Soldier fails. And the brain fails.
I was going to say, out of curiosity, do they have disadvantage because they don't know where it's coming from on their dexterity saves? They fail, so it's a moot point, but
they should.
I haven't been given them that, but I could give them going forward.
Okay, they've been failing anyhow, so hopefully they're dead. Hopefully you don't need to worry about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I don't know. So it's an interesting one. With invisible, it's usually heavily obscured. Attack rolls would have against the creature have disadvantage, and the creature's attack rolls have advantage. But it doesn't. It's one of those things where like, yeah, it doesn't really specify for saving throws, at least in the spell description or the description of invisibility. But either way, it's 35 damage for both of them. Lightning damage.
Good.
All right, you go to cast lightning, and the red soldier explodes with the arcane blast. I need you and Edmund to make me a saving throw.
What kind of saving throw?
It is going to be a dex saving throw.
Add +3 to your roll.
Yeah, I'm just double checking.
Edmund,
I
you
rolled a
save,
16.
you're going to take half damage.
All right, that's a save.
You both will take half damage, so let me get that out. Please take 11, so take 5 points of fire damage as that soldier implodes. What else are you doing, Ryanthal?
Well, I'm also doing a concentration saving throw.
And you got
to maintain.
one.
Yeah, to maintain my concentration on being invisible. So, I believe I am no longer invisible, which is unfortunate because that was a lot of fun. All right. With that, I'm gonna go. Let's see. So that was about 20 feet of movement. So I have another 20 feet of movement. So I'm gonna go roughly towards the center here.
Okay.
All right, but yeah, I am now visible, which I don't love, and I'm also out of 3rd, 4th, and 5th level spell slots. So,
Magic missile.
Which I actually don't have.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't cast Fireball once.
I brought. Yeah, I've learned my lesson, James. I've learned my lesson. Fireball is a thing of the past. Lightning bolt's now my go-to AoE.
No, Fireball.
All right. It's Cutlass's turn. Seeing his soldiers start to fall, he looks down at Edmund again with an absolute roar. He attempts to kick you and just punch you across the field. 13 misses, I assume.
Thank God.
30 does not, though. With a nat
Nope.
20. Alright, so roll this twice. Well, actually, it should show. Hang on. Nope, it doesn't, so we'll do it again.
Do the roar.
Give me a strength save to not be punted 10 feet back and knocked prone.
Strength save? Mm-hmm. 18.
Okay, you're going to take 22 points of bludgeoning damage as you are chucked back. Actually, beats it. That's right, beats it.
Yeah.
So you take 22 points of damage and just take a whole lot of metal foot to your gut. And probably face. It's a big foot.
I need to make a con save for my Thunderous Smite. Come on. Keep it. 10. No, wait.
10 should make it.
No, that was Dexterity roll, sorry.
Oh.
23.
You got it. Oh, perfect. The spiritual weapon is going to come after you, Ryanthal, since you've just now appeared.
Aired.
28 to hit.
Jesus Christ, it's 28 to hit.
Is that it? For a mage? Nothing.
It's only 9 points of damage.
Well, it does hit, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
Is that half of your damage? Half of your life?
Actually, I think I had some temp HP. Yeah, it's pretty close. It's a quarter of my HP. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. And then he's going to... He will take the opportunity attack, but he is going to start moving.
Okay, so... Alright, hold on. Get your ass back there.
Are you Sentinel?
No, but if I hit on my melee attack, I get my Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
Big money, no whammy, 11.
Nope. You tried. There. That's perfect.
And Spirit Guardians.
Yep. Go ahead and roll the damage, and I'll give him his wisdom save. 9. 17 points of damage. Okay.
17.
Perfect. And that is
Is
going
it just me, or is he like just beamlining for Ryanthal?
He might be. Edmund, it's your turn as the soldiers are all down.
All right, let's try to hit him again. I gotta hit him eventually, right?
Eventually.
Law of averages states 28 to hit.
That does hit.
All right, so he's gonna take that, and then some of that. 18 damage.
So what part of that is so just thunder, so that's full, and then the 11 and 5 is just piercing?
The 5 doesn't count because I don't get a sneak attack, so
Got it.
just 11 piercing.
So halved. Okay.
And could I please get a strength saving throw? DC 15.
Sure. 15.
Meets it, beats it. And then my second attack, I'll just try and ping away. Nat 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So mad. So that's going to be, I'll take 5 off that one, so 14 damage.
Is that all you have for me?
No, that's full, so 7 halved if that's what you need.
Okay, thank you.
The POH, Bruce?
Of healing.
Oh, yes, I need.
It's just. I'm just telling you. Don't forget that it's there.
Oh, I know it's there, but I can't really get to it at this point. I was really hoping to knock him into the lava. That would have been so clutch.
Right.
But I'm going to keep pinging away. So,
you know that sword still might be retrievable out of that lava.
The huge creature's sword, Holy Avenger.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably sunk.
Magic item, so it has the ability.
I'd rather not get hit by it.
It's fair.
That is my intention.
I need new temp HP.
I 100% need new. I need new everything.
There's 12 more.
All right, sweet.
All
It's
right.
my turn.
That's everything? Cool. Shelton, you're next.
You know the deal. Bonus action hide, 24.
You hid
Is that
very
good enough?
sneakily.
Schnick. I'm going to run up and stabby stab.
Okay.
Well, that's a nat 1, so never mind.
Yeah, you go to strike him, and it seems to know you're there, and it just moves out of the way just enough time to strike your dagger down, or your rapier down. Excuse me.
Love it. Cool. And then I'm going to... I'm just going to my turn.
Okay. The Guardian goes. So even though you're right behind it, it's been given an order.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to come over here. Actually, it's going to stay there. And it's going to go after you again, Keeneth. Does an 18 hit.
It normally would
Okay.
if I didn't have a reaction shield.
All right. Will a 23 hit with your shield?
A 23 still hits with the shield.
Okay. So you see this one of two beams. The first beam shoots and bounces off the shield, but the second one seems to find the weak point in your magic and is going to strike you. You're going to take a total of 31 damage. 21 of that is going to be slashing damage. The rest is lightning damage as it shocks through you. And on that hit, until the end of this creature's next turn, that creature deals any attack against you is going to deal an additional lightning damage, 2d8.
Right, that's not great.
And please give me a con save for your spiritual guardians.
I definitely will. Con save. Big money. 17.
So 17 makes it for your stuff. That's good. All right. And that is its turn. Keeneth. You're looking a little
Yeesh.
bruised there, sir.
Not a little bruised, a lot bruised. Oh, man. Right. I'm going to do it again. I'm flying down, casting Cure Wounds on Edmund, you get 7.
Everything counts.
Yeah, it's not absolutely great. Then I am going to move
So how much movement was that you just came down from?
15. So I'm staying within a square of where I'm starting anyway.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm flitting in, flitting out. So I am going to move to here. Bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Okay.
13 misses.
13 does miss. As you go to swing and he dodges out of the way of it. Surprisingly nimble for a giant creature. Or a large creature, I should say.
I get 1 for my incense and take a new temp HP. It is everything for me.
Can you get Ryanthal with your incense?
Right
there.
Yes.
I was going to say, it's been a hot minute, so I forget what all of your auras do.
You get 4 back.
There you go.
And that's it for me.
All right, Ryanthal, you are up.
All right. Operation keep on attacking the brain and ignore whatever else is doing. Can I move to that space on top of the dead yellow Galashank unit?
Yeah, if you want to clamber on top of him.
Yeah, so I need to get in melee of the brain.
Okay.
All right. And then for my attack this time, I'm going to do Shadow Blade,
Okay.
which is a bonus action. So basically, this is going to give me a solidified gloom in my hands. So it's no longer really a sword, it's now just like this dark magical thing. Basically, it's going to be 2d8 on when you use the... So it basically is now just a new weapon. It does 2d8.
Okay.
So, for my attack, I'm going to just roll a regular attack with just a different melee weapon to get the attack roll. Does a 26 hit.
26 will hit.
Okay, then that should be 11 psychic damage,
Okay.
unless the shield bounces it off again.
Does not, as this is a magical energy that you're using. So it doesn't seem to... It seems to cut through the shield. However, the guardians within 10 feet of you, and it's going to use its reaction to attack you.
Is the shield gone? Or
Nope, it's just... So, from this combat, you would notice that magic can cut through it, but anything melee like melee blades, even if their magical blades aren't cutting through, it's magic specifically that's cutting through.
Yeah, figured.
Does a 23 hit you with that reaction from the guardian?
Not if I use my reaction shield.
Perfect. You narrowly escape its swords as it comes down and tries to cut you.
Cool. All right, and then I get a second attack, which can be a cantrip because I'm dancing.
Okay.
So that is going to be Shocking Grasp. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit. Let's see. So it's just what's the damage for that? I assume you're still on the brain.
Yeah, still on the brain. That'll be 14 points of lightning damage, and the brain can't use any reactions. But I don't think it has any because it hasn't done anything.
Okay. The brain looks very, very hurt. There is definitely gray matter oozing from it. The tentacles are thrashing even with electricity. It's like silently crying out if it could. Looking real bad.
Love that. All right, and then I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get on the other side of this guardian so that Shelton can have advantage on his hits without having to necessarily hide. And then I'm going to chill there.
All right, it is now.
What a true temp HP.
How much?
12.
Did I get temp HP?
On your turn?
Yeah, when I ended my turn.
Not
Not that long ago.
You have 15 temp HPs.
Yay.
All right. Bonus action. Spiritual weapon's going to come up to you and get, since it's 20 feet of movement, it can reach you up there. So it's going to try and hit you, Keeneth. 24 to hit?
It does. Just barely, but it does.
14 points of force damage.
Ouch. All right.
All right, and then the BBG.
Oh, the airbender over here.
Cannot reach you. So what it's going to do instead is going to go after Edmund.
Surprise!
For Spirit Guardians too.
Motherfucker.
So its movement's halved.
It is. Oh, that's right. It needs to do its save real quick. So go ahead and do that for me, and I'll roll him his save. 15.
Surprise, motherfucker.
It does not save.
Okay.
French fries, motherfucker.
Come on. 25.
Nice.
25. Okay. That changed a couple things from what he was gonna do. All right. Instead of going after you, Edmund, he's gonna lay hands on himself.
I knew it was coming, and I didn't want it to happen, and now I'm real mad. I'm super mad about it.
So he's gonna, you see him lay his hands on himself and pump a bunch of magical divine energy into his body. Many dents and cuts and scratches pop back out. His armor becomes much shinier than it was before. And then he is going to, you don't care about the spiritual guardians, he's coming up. And that is his turn. Edmund,
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
you sure do.
I will take it. 12.
Nope.
My +9s have not freaking mattered. All right, we're good. We're good. Everything's
You're
fine.
bleeding so profusely that it's like covering one of your eyes. When you go to swing, you miss the back of his leg. It hits the ground.
There. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, well.
You do have a potion at your feet as well.
Yep.
Did you half... I had to step away a moment. Did you half his movement?
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
Of course.
The Guardians looks bad over there, right?
Very.
I'll use my movement to get over to the Guardian.
Okay.
And I will take a swing on him.
Go for it.
27.
Hits all day.
Finally. 13 damage, all piercing.
So how do you do it? As the guardian crumples down to its knees, its arms fall aside, it starts to teeter.
I look over to Cutlass as he walks away. I'll deal with you in a second. And I duck, dive, and weave, aim low, fate low, and come up high and put the rapier through the back of its neck as it was distracted with Sheldon. And I have one last action, but I don't think I can do anything with it. Let me just see if they have anything that replaces an attack action. Probably not. Nothing. So I am done at this time.
Shelton, what you gonna do?
So I want to first take an old step over here, and then I want to try and stick my hand through the force field.
Okay.
I want to see if I can enter into it.
Give me a strength check.
Okay. It's a natural 8.
Oh, you stick your hand in it and you immediately feel the magic try to rip your arm out of its joint, but you manage to some arcane force is keeping that attached to you.
Joke's on you. I don't have joints. Woo!
Sockets, excuse me.
So, I can't go into it.
You want to get in with it?
I mean, is it just a bubble, or is the entire inside of it? I just want to go inside and then stab.
You cannot get in with it, but when you touch the magic, it tried to pull you in with the brain. There's not enough room to stand in there.
So it tried to pull me into the brain?
It tried to pull your arm off the magic.
Into the brain, centerfold.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Your boy is diving head first with a sword in front of him.
Okay.
Love it.
I want it to pull me in and just thrust me into the brain
Okay.
with my nat 20 strength.
Roll. Since you're not fighting it, the strength doesn't mean anything. Because I thought you were going to try and fight the pole. So go ahead and roll to attack.
Do I get advantage because it's launching me into it?
Yep. And you're also once you attack and make damage, you'll be doing a wisdom save as well. Or
All
actually,
right, it's a 19 and and then a 16.
The 19 would have hit, but the 16 will hit as well.
Okay.
It's a giant brain. It's not going very far.
Yeah. All right. Boom. Thrusting in there. Do I do any extra damage for being just catapulted into it?
No.
Oh.
So roll no more damage.
Do I get sneak attack damage since it can't see me?
You didn't hide, so no.
I had advantage on the attack. Uh-huh.
You're not getting sneak attack damage.
All right, 7. I get 7 piercing damage.
Okay. Roll me a
Insight.
Roll me an intelligence save. Sorry, not a wisdom save, but an intelligence save.
Oh. 17.
Surprisingly, you make it. All right.
Hey, that was not worth it. But I'm gonna bonus action hide.
Sure. So you hide in the folds of this giant brain that's about 10 feet itself across.
Am I inside of it now, or am I still on the outside?
You're halfway in it. Legs are dangling out there, but sure, you hide with the 25.
Kind of just want to be riding it, but that's cool. I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll have my turn.
The Guardian goes next.
He goes to hell. He's dead.
That's right. He's dead. Thank you. Thank you. I forgot. I was so taken aback by what just happened. Okay. Kenneth, your turn.
Did the brain go yet?
Thank you for reminding me. The brain goes. So what? So it needs a wisdom save?
Yes.
All right. It succeeds.
All right. Well, then its movement is normal.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm teasing you.
Yes, all 0 is perfect.
Then half a 16.
Okay. Looking extremely rough, like on death's door for sure.
All right. How are you looking, Edmund?
Oh,
And better?
I've had better days. I'm bleeding. On a scale from Rocky to Apollo Creed and Rocky 4, I'm at a Rocky. I'm closing in on Apollo Creed level.
All right. Then I still have one of these for you.
Well, he can't get to me this turn, or he's not going to focus on me. So I think that you can do something else.
All right. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring the spiritual weapon up here and bonus action attack the brain.
Okay.
Are you catapulting yourself in?
No, I am not. Does a 20 hit?
Oh, that hits for days.
That'd be 11 force damage.
It is. I cannot tell you how close to death this brain is. It's barely moving its tendrils. It's starting to sag around the dangling legs of Shelton, who is waist deep inside its 2 frontal lobes.
Ew.
You jumped in, bad guy.
I thought it was gonna be some super cool. I'm gonna catapult through it. Just like I'm like a 50 caliber round going straight through the brain. Turns out it was just a bunch of squishiness.
Anyway, Kenneth, anything else for you?
Oh, absolutely. Let's see. You know what I'm going to try and do? I am going to try to guiding bolt. Oh, I want to just go hit the brain.
So tempting, ain't it?
It is very tempting. I am going to guiding bolt the. I'm going to try and guiding bolt the brain.
Okay.
I'm glad everybody else has magic.
25 to hit.
That hits. 14 radiant damage. How do you actually? Does that hit? Sheldon, what's your AC?
Oh, no. Don't even think about it. He's accurate.
What's your AC?
15.
15. You're going to take that damage too because you're inside that thing.
Wow.
You jumped in. All right. So as you give Shelton a good old radiant zap, how do you do this for the brain? How's it look?
Lobotomy. We're going to take this radiant energy, and it's going to come down, and it is going to sever the brain in as cleanly and precisely as radiant energy could, and divide it into two perfect hemispheres.
By the way, I take half of that 15. So I have uncanny dodge.
Perfect. Shelton, thanks to your abilities, you only feel this partially, but it still hurts like a mother as radiant energy slices down the middle and seems to like carve through your spine and jolt out into your ribs and bones as the two pieces of the brain slop sideways and on either side.
You're saying it healed him.
Sure.
I'm kind of offended that he just hit me with holiness. It's quite rude of you.
While you are offended, you are covered in a sludgy gray matter, and the two parts of the brain sizzle on either side of you.
Shelton's just like, oh, is it on me? Oh.
I get 1. Shelton gets 2.
What am I getting?
You get 2 HP back.
That temp or just 2 total?
That's real. Edmund, you get 4. Get 4 as well. And then my temp HP, and then I'm done.
Reinthal, you're up with the BBG coming down on you. What you gonna do?
Well, I think I'm going to look up to the BBEG and say, well, so we're done here now, right? That was your boss? You're good? And see what kind of reaction I get from him.
Is that your action?
Oh, I thought the brain was...
I just kind of want to say it to him and then get a real quick, like, does he still look hostile?
Give me a
Perception?
an insight. Sorry, give me an insight check, and I'll let it be your bonus action.
14.
He doesn't look hostile to you.
Kill it anyways.
Okay. I'm going to take a couple steps away from him towards the brain.
Like 5 feet away, or?
Like 10 feet away, because I think he has a reach of 10 feet.
Okay, so you move away. He's going to take that opportunity of attack on you.
Okay, gotcha. All right, cool.
24 to hit.
I'm going to cast Shield,
Okay.
so I don't get hit. I'm going to look back at him and say, that was fucking rude. And then I'm going to walk back over to him.
Wait, hang on. What's your AC with the shield?
It is 20 normally, and with Shield it'll be 25.
Oh, that's right, the blade song. Okay,
Blade Song plus Mage Armor.
got it.
Yeah. I'm very sturdy for being mostly naked.
Ooh. So are you saying a Ryan Thal thick?
No, not at all. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and use my action to attack. That's going to be the melee attack with the Shadow Blade.
Okay. Misses. With
Miss,
12.
okay. All right, and then the second part of that attack is going to be Shocking Grasp. Now, would you say that he is considered wearing heavy armor, since he has heavy armor?
Yes, very much wearing heavy armor.
Then Shocking Grasp is done with advantage.
And it misses.
18. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. All right, so let's see. I did 10 feet away, 10 feet back. I think I have another... Yeah, so I'm going to use the rest of my 20 feet of movement to just go... I'm just going to go all the way to this pillar over here so that my friends are in the way if he comes to get me again.
Okay.
Friends? Friends? Is that a term you used? Oh, okay.
Interesting choice.
It's a term I use when I need your help, yeah.
All right, that's fair.
Oh, that's great.
Single serving friends.
Is that everything for you, Ryan Thal?
Yeah, that'll be it for me. I will, flail at him a little bit and run away.
Okay.
That's about right. Mind you, I'm still dancing during all this, so.
I accept your river stomp. All right. Kenneth, that spiritual weapon is coming for you once again. 17 to hit.
That's going to miss, thank heaven.
All right. But he's going to stomp up so he can get within range of Shelton. Let me see. He can actually get
Squeeze
all
me.
of you if he wants to.
Oh, he's occupying squares. He's stepping on Keeneth
he
there.
is. Keeneth's above him. He's in the air.
Oh, yeah. 3D combat.
Spiritual guardians.
That is true. Spiritual Guardians. Let's do that wisdom save.
What are we doing?
14.
That miss. That's a fail.
Okay. What do I do? What is he getting?
18.
All right.
And half movement.
18 half movement. Okay. Thank you. All right. So he still is going to get there because that's not movement to stop him. So he is first going to go for Edmund. Let's see if he gets him. He is.
Yeah.
Let's see. He is going to attempt to punt you. 15 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. He's going to turn and start trying to slam attack Ryanthal.
This guy's not very good at soccer.
27 to hit.
Yeah, that will do it.
Take 28 points of bludgeoning damage as his fist cracked down on the top of your skull.
All right. Luckily, that's not as bad as it could have been. I mean, that's more than half my HP normally, but I had those temp HP still, so...
That helps a ton, doesn't it?
It really does, although I am now at half. But that's okay. I can be a little bit.
Oh, you guys are lucky I missed this stupid ability. All right. That's its turn. Edmund, your go.
Are we lucky or just better?
Lucky.
I'm out of tricks. My weapon don't do nothing. He is not a fae or a fiend.
Nope.
It will lay on hands myself for 25.
All right.
And then that will be my turn. Actually, hold on. Maybe I can reposition myself somewhere better here. Guess that put me between him and Ryanthal.
He can still reach him, but it would be with, I'm going to say it would be with disadvantage. Because he's got to go through you to get to him.
Okay, that's better than giving him a clear shot, so.
All right. Is that everything for you?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Shelton Bones, you're covered in brain matter. What you doing?
Gross. Bonus action hide.
Okay.
That's 27.
That's a great hide.
It's a good hide. It's a good solid hide. I'm gonna run and stab.
All right.
With my rapier, and that is a 27 to hit.
27 will hit.
Sweet. Do I get advantage on these, by the way? If I'm hidden?
I think we talked about this last time. 1 second here.
I believe he does.
Does hide
I have not been rolling my advantage.
get advantage?
Well, it doesn't matter. That's not a nat 20 anyways. I'm going to roll for damage. That is a total of 19...
Piercing damage?
Yeah, 19 piercing.
So halved. Okay. By the way, you do get advantage on your when you do a hide action first.
So that's 5 feet, and then yeah, boy is going to then boot it and scoot it way over here.
All right.
And I'll have my turn.
All right,
Run
Keeneth.
30 feet away.
Perfect. All right, Keeneth, you are up. You're looking hurt.
Yeah, definitely hurt. Oof. Let's see. I am going to. How is he looking?
Smacked around. Got some fighting himself.
Dense?
Plenty of dents, but still looks like he is ready to rumble.
Well, if that's the case.
Let me put it this way. He looks worse than when he laid hands on himself earlier.
All right, then what we're going to do, I'm going to fly down. I am going to cast my last second level spell and do a Cure Wounds on Edmund.
I just laid hands on myself. Do it to yourself if you're bad.
Oh, rock on. Then know that I'm good. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a healing potion
Okay.
and fly in a straight line.
So you're back at your original spot and you're just moving different somewhere else?
I'm moving. So I moved. We were occupying the same space right here. So I'm going to move 10, 20, a 5 there. I'm going to bonus action. Is it bonus action to take a healing potion or not?
It's a bonus action in my games.
To take it up for yourself, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm going to do there.
Yeah, so bonus action to give it to yourself, action to give it to someone else.
Right, roger that. I'll take 8 back. As my action, I am going to then use my second level spell slot to cast Guiding Bolt on him.
Okay. Oh, unfortunate. 14 does not hit.
It was a 15 natural, and it rolled over.
Oh, no.
So close.
Yeah, you shoot, and the energy, like, just ricochets off his armor without hurting him.
And then I'll take my D4, and Ryanthal, you get a D4 as well. So you can have this one. I'll have this one. So 3 for you, 1 more for me. And my temp HP, and that's it.
Okay.
Never mind. My temp HP is decent, so I'm good.
Okay. Ryanthal, you're up.
All right, pretty easy turn for me. I'm gonna move forward 1, and then I'm gonna smack the dude. Same as before. Ooh, I took damage, didn't I?
You did.
I took 28 damage.
Send me a con save, please.
Yep.
Thank you for reminding me.
And that's +4 because of the dance thing, so that is 20, which is... I took 28, so that'd be 14, so we're good.
Perfect.
Alright, so now I'm going to do the smack with the shadow dagger thing, or shadow blade.
Okay. 24 does hit.
Alright, so that's going to be 15 damage.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, no, that's it's supposed to be the 2d8. 1 second.
Okay.
6 damage. 6 psychic damage.
Okay.
And then we'll do Shocking Grasp. 25.
25 does hit.
Alright, 7 damage.
That's gonna be... Isn't it doubled, or is it... I have disadvantage?
I have advantage on the attack if you're wearing full
That's
armor.
right, thank you.
And you can't take reactions.
Oh, okay.
Until it's his turn. And it's his turn.
And it's his turn immediately, right. So it only benefits me. It
Right, yes.
absolutely 100% only benefits me.
Fall back.
Which is my plan. I have 35 feet of movement left, so I'm going to just bully all the way on over next to the entrance. Do my little dance across the battlefield. Just do. And that is my turn. That's it.
You see one of his fists like try creaking and starts trying to come towards you. You just cannot get down fast enough for that reaction as you dance your way across the field. Well done. Now it's turn.
Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. Okay, Edmund, we're gonna do this song and dance again.
Yeah. Bring it.
Just gonna try to punt you. 25 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's 19 points of damage. Please give me a strength save.
Nat 20.
You stay firm against his attack. Good job.
Not really.
You hold your
No,
ground
yes.
for being pushed back 10 feet and prone.
I hold my ground to get hit again.
Essentially. All right. And then he's going to try to slam you to the ground if he can. 18 misses, right?
Misses.
All right. Let's see here. I don't know if I have anything else. Spiritual weapon, I still have that. And that's going to come up over to Edmund. I'm actually going to get it up here so I can get it closer to everybody. It's going to swing at you. 28 to hit.
Hits.
Take 9 force damage.
I'm halving it.
All right. And that is their turn. Edmund, you are up.
I will use the dodge action this turn.
Okay. Are you moving or are you staying there?
I am staying there.
Okay. Shelton, you're up.
Oh, I need
know
more.
what time it is.
Oh, hang on. Keeneth, HP or something.
Yeah, I need 10 hit points, Keeneth.
Sounds good. That's a good idea. I'm glad you remembered. Just a moment.
Sorry.
I have died 7 times this combat. I need to remember these things.
Right. Oh, nice one too. 14.
All right, sweet.
1 off max.
All right. I rolled a 25 to hide.
Okay.
And you know how it goes. We're running right here on the other side, regardless. So I get advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't have hide, we're swinging for the fences.
Let's see it.
Oh, that's a nat 20. Is that a nat 20? No, it's not a nat 20.
It was close, but not quite.
One.
Ooh, I was about to do some serious damage. All right, 27 to hit.
Yep.
And that is a total of 26 damage. And that was 30 feet, so I'm going to run. Actually, I'm just going to stay here, so you get advantage there, big guy.
No, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm a generous skinny boy.
You just ran out of movement. Huh?
Now I got 10 more.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I got 10 more.
You don't have that flesh holding you back, so you're faster.
Well, let's keep it on the down low.
All right, Keeneth, you're up.
Holy moly.
Do you want to do your D4s first, or is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Got it.
So I know what you're trying to do with this spiritual weapon.
Oh,
don't try and tell me, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it to get closer to everybody. No, to everyone body.
So for everyone at home, I moved the spiritual weapon between so it was between Edmund and Keeneth, and I may or may not be corralling Keeneth into a corner over there. So we'll see.
She's definitely trying. Let's see.
Bet you that ledge is getting real hot.
You are right at the cusp of being over molten lava, that is for sure.
Yeah, that's why I chose that exact spot. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
And I am going to plunge it into the lava.
Okay.
And I am going to grab the Holy Avenger.
Make a perception check to see if you even see it first.
Sure. 17.
You squint down into the molten globe about a mile down, and you see something glinting down there. It looks suspiciously like a handle that's slowly sinking under the molten flow.
Say a mile down?
It's about a mile down.
That's some Elven eyes right there.
All right, so yeah.
It's real bright down there. Like that's the only reason I was gonna let this.
But if it's a mile down, you're not going to get it with your mage hand. I didn't realize it was that far down. Yeah.
Neither did I. So that's not happening. I didn't realize. So yeah.
With that 17, you also do see that on this platform, suspiciously, one of the rocks looks fake, and there might be a lever behind it. That's
over by where I am.
Yep. So there's a giant chain a little bit south to you, right, really close by. It looks like there's a handle. Yep. It looks like there's a handle somewhere behind there, behind some rocks that are basically invisible anywhere but from your angle, that are connected to the chains that hold this station up, this whole platform up.
So there's a lever connected to the chain. And the chain is holding this thing up.
So it looks like the chains are connected to this platform. They go under the rock and stone. It looks like a lever that's connected to a chain circle, to raise the platform.
How high above the lava are we?
About a mile.
Huh.
Interesting, ain't it?
Oh, you've just gotten that's awesome information.
You're so welcome.
Let's all just do a series of strength checks and pick him up and throw him in the lava. Just kamikaze it. Have us all plunge into the depths of the lava.
Kind of curious if that's what he's debating right now.
I mean, I got no flesh.
I'm standing next to a chain. I'm sure I could grab on.
Well, it could be just an explosive. Yeah, that's good to. Oh man.
Elton uses a reaction, yells, "Do it!"
Yeah.
So, Bruce, to paint the better picture, so the chains aren't just attached to the stone. They are like they go in and under the stone. Like maybe they're attached to something within or underneath this platform.
Oh, it doesn't look like if I pop this lever that's a mini explosion that's gonna bust the chain and we all of a sudden start lurching, right?
Not that you're aware of.
You know, you guess you'll just never know until you pull that lever.
What's the worst that can happen? We all fall into the lava and die? Kelly won't do that to us.
Pull it, pull it, pull it.
All right, you know what I'm going to do then? Oh, man. No, oh, man.
Why give us the mud if we're not supposed to play in it?
Yeah,
you're not wrong.
Just grab onto the chain and pull a lever.
Or here's enough rope to hang yourselves.
Well, see, that's what I just read that as.
Like, this is under control. It's just one guy. I don't think we need to hit that panic button yet.
No, I'm thinking the same thing.
But it could be fun.
Do you tell everybody else that there's a lever there?
No. So what I'm going to do...
No, I do not tell the murder hobos about the lever.
No. What I am going to do, however, I'm moving over to this area here. And then I'm going to try and cast Guiding Bolt on the big guy.
Okay.
Do I want to do that?
Make an assessment.
You did say it.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it.
I believe in you. Use the force.
Believe in me too. 26.
That does hit.
Nice.
Finally. 16 radiant damage, and he is all aglow.
All right. Looking rough. He's starting to slow down. There's actually like rust forming on his armor a little bit. And he starts to pant as he gets his fists up, almost like a boxer stance, and he's just like under his breath, he's muttering something. And he's looking at all of you. And you can, like, for the sake of storytelling, you can see the whites of his eyes. And he is seeing his own mortality coming back to him. Anything else for you, Kenneth?
Yes. There will be a bonus action spirit weapon.
Okay.
With advantage on it.
Ooh, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. That's actually good.
His mortality is returning to him. Ever the more better to kill him.
26.
26 does hit.
8 force damage.
Still up.
And that's all. Oh, and D4s for, guess it'd be myself, and temp HP. And I'm done.
Ryanthal. Cutlass is starting to stagger. His weight is starting to get the better of him. His movements are becoming clumsy. What are you doing?
Fireball.
Well, what was that?
Fireball.
I have actually no spell slots at all left at this point. I am tapped out. Boy needs a nap. You know what? I think the boys all have this under control. I'm not too worried about it. I think I would like to walk over to the brain. I'm just gonna ignore the rest of the fight. I'm done fighting. You guys do your thing. I'm gonna just like start scooping up some bits of brain. Bits of spattered brain. Like if he looks like he's getting weakened, and I mean, all the boys looking strong. So yeah, I'm just go see if I can collect some samples from the disintegrated brain. See what it looks like. Does it look like an elder brain? Or does it look like there's like any solid bits I can take with me?
Make a perception.
How?
So make a perception check or an Arcana or Nature check for the.
Oh, let's do Arcana.
To determine what? Yes, it is an elder brain. And if you want to get pieces of it, you can do that. That was your bonus.
Can I get like a tentacle?
Make a. Are you proficient with any tools that would allow you to do that?
I am proficient with no tools, in fact.
You can make me a sleight of hand check with disadvantage to make sure you're not just ripping apart. This is a really squishy and fried brain right now, so it's like falling apart.
That's still a 19 with disadvantage.
You get a small half of palm-sized chunk of brain without it disintegrating and falling apart on you.
Wonderful. All right, cool. I looked at the other boys and just say, "You guys got this. You guys got this."
You really couldn't have done that after?
I don't know how long it stays fresh.
Wow.
So that's your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right.
Just, wow. I hope he sees that.
He does
I hope
see
he
it.
sees that I do not give a shit and feels disheartened by it.
He does see it. He also sees that he's on his last legs, that you've all surrounded him, and that his lifelong, centuries-old goal is falling apart. But if it's going to fall apart, he's going to take you all with him.
He could just give up, and turn good. Be like a whole, kind of Scooby-Doo-ish, where they see the good in humanity and turn a new leaf.
Give up 2 opportunity attacks.
Now would be a really good time for somebody to have, Sentinel.
So Edmund and Shelton, you can Sentinel. Or sorry, not Sentinel. Try.
We have do I have advantage?
Yes.
14.
Unfortunately, that misses. Shelton,
24.
Your 24 hits.
Cool. Once per turn, I get sync attack, right?
Yeah. I would
Yeah,
say.
he didn't do it this turn.
Yep, didn't do it this turn.
So
Yep,
Didn't do this turn.
This turn, not round. Yep.
All right, so that's how. Hang on.
That's an amazing thing I didn't know you could do until now. That's
Hey, Shelton.
Huge.
Uh-huh.
As you stab him
Uh-huh.
in the back, between where his plates meet, and you break through the armor and you hit something inside that sparks with energy, and his back arches. How do you do this?
He kind of just stabs in the back and wants to ride him, as he collapses on his back, and then as he lands face first on the ground, he kind of just looks over at the 2 goody 2-shoes and does the white boy nod.
So as you stab him in the back, climb up top of him to keep the blade in there, keep driving it into his back. You hear a gasp. You see the light in this entity's eyes flutter as he falls to his knees, then to his hands, and then the armor collapses apart, and the arcane energy starts to disperse. As you stand on his back and up nod, the 2 goody 2-shoe boys.
It's all about the up nod.
I like the
excellent.
And
He kind of just picks a piece of brain off of his shoulder and just goes.
And it goes quiet. You are out of combat.
I am going to finish my movement over here to this other chain. Do I
You pull
notice
that
a
lever?
similar lever?
God.
You do see a similar lever.
Kenneth.
Yeah,
Kenneth.
I walk over to Edmund
Okay.
and I say,
Are you being quiet?
yeah, no, at this point, mid-level.
Okay.
I say, let's walk over and see if we can find that Holy Avenger for you. And I escort him over by the chain. And when we get near the chain, I whisper, "There's a lever on the chain."
I look over to where he is directing.
I'm not looking at it. I'm literally looking over towards the bad guy, but I'm saying, I whisper, there's a lever on the chain.
Okay. I will say that make a perception check with advantage.
10.
Yeah, give it.
I'm wiping blood out of my eyes, and I'm looking over to him. I'm like, what?
Go ahead and do the guidance, Keenan. I will allow it because I want this to happen. I really do.
You two timing.
14. Perfect. You see the lever he's talking about as you kind of meander over there.
What is on this platform at this point? Just us, the corpses.
Oh,
What happened to
good
the
buddies?
Where's that army of clockwork men that was down here?
So the
Are they?
So this is a giant magma-like chamber, but there seems to be an outcropping that was carved out along the edges that have various pathways that would lead up into the surface of Diarden. But they're all in that outer outskirts, just silently standing there, their eyes eerily aglow in the distance, about 1.5 miles out. The only reason you can see them is because the chamber's so light.
Do I see them whispering it to each other?
You can make a perception check if you want. I'm going to finish the description of what else is on the platform as that happens, though. So that's what you see around the ring, is just this, almost like a complete circle of just clockwork soldiers and guardians that you can't even see how far back they extend. But on the platform itself, you see 2 statues. Obviously, the remains of what was a giant brain, and it's like a giant pillar almost, filled with a weird ooze. The energy beams are still crackling, but there's nothing there to guard anymore. So it's kind of just fizzing and popping instead of like centered on the brain. The 2 statues, as you go to look at them, actually give me an either Arcana or History check to know the feminine one. The masculine one that you see is Patron, the embodiment of him. He is holding a giant war hammer at his chest. But the feminine one across from him,
Net 20.
that is Matronus, his partner, his wife. Basically, in the history books, she was the one that helped him create the God Forge. They gave life to this species. This is the birthplace. This is the cradle of where they did this. And in the center is the anvil that actually has hundreds of dents and bits of molten magma dried on it and under it from where they created these creatures. And if you go closer to it, it vibrates with energy. But that's what you see on the platform. Shelton, with your perception 16, if Kenneth and Edmund are trying to be quiet about it, I'll need a stealth check, but otherwise you will hear them if they don't want to do that. I think they're trying to be quiet to hide the fact that there's levers. So if you guys want to roll that stealth check, feel free.
Yeah, that's all it was. I mean, that's all I said, and we're facing away, so.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see if they're like, whispering to each other.
They're close to each other. They probably mutter something under their breath, but it doesn't outwardly seem suspicious to you.
Oh. Well, Sean's just like, hey, what y'all doing over there?
In response, I honestly say, trying to retrieve the Holy Avenger for our friend Edmund here.
Okay.
Edmund,
That's it.
Okay. Did you guys have any other questions about the platform, the statues, the anvil, anything?
I look at the chains and follow them up and around and try and get a better layout. I'm not an engineer or anything like that, but just to see if I can see where everything's connected from.
You can't see straight up because it seems like there's no roof in here. Like, these chains descend from darkness. They're attached to something up there, but they just descend from darkness. But if you look to the outskirts of the magma chamber, you do see 4 corresponding giant chains that are similar to the big 4 that are connected on this pillar, which are also... So there's a total of... so there's 4 smaller chains, 4 huge chains. You see 4 corresponding chains are in kind of like an X pattern on the edges of the magma chamber, and they seem to roll into giant wheels essentially on those ends.
Okay, I look over to Kenneth and shake my head no. And I whisper to him, like, this is one of the most sacred sites in all of the land. Even though it was desecrated by this deranged Godforge and whatever that was, motioning towards where the Elder Brain is, we should take note that we've finished this now and move on from here. I don't feel that we have another threat anytime soon.
I say to him, if we can get down there, we can retrieve that sword.
The sword was as corrupted as Cutlass. Let it be lost to time.
Very well.
I pat you on the shoulder and nod before looking back to Shelton and Ryanthal. Do you have everything?
Like waving.
Do you have everything you need? I'd like to leave this place now.
I want to just pick a piece of the armor up and like just put it under his like arm, carrying it. I'm all good.
Okay.
I'd like to
Actually, speaking
search
of,
the
yeah.
Guardian.
Yeah, how much of that comes apart? Because I was actually thinking like grabbing that helmet might be a nice trophy.
Okay, so time out. Who's grabbing what from Cutlass? Who wants to grab something
ahead,
from
Ryan.
Cutlass?
I want his shoes.
On his head.
I would like to throw Cutlass's head into the lava. But
Okay, first make a strength check, Shelton and Ryanthal, to see if you can lift them.
Every good thief takes their shoes when they kill them. That's a 14.
You start to get it off the ground, but it drops back down.
And that would be, athletics?
Yes. Ryanthal, same with you. You get a little bit further off the ground, but the head just drops.
I attach rope to the shoes and I drag it.
It's very slow going, but you could drag the shoes. Kenneth, I believe you wanted to look at something as you see them start to drag armor.
Yes,
Rip
I'm
apart
searching
the body.
I'm searching the Guardian. What was he attacking with?
He had 2 great swords and he had a giant full body shield. Not 2 great swords, I'm sorry, 2 long swords.
We're gonna scope out, search his body, and then we're taking those long swords and the shield as well.
Okay.
What they don't gotta roll is see if they can carry the big heavy things.
So he's only 7 feet tall.
I'm on the Guardian.
Yeah, he's on the Guardian, not... He's only 7 feet tall, and these are normal swords.
Oh.
I don't know if I need to roll, but I didn't roll well.
It's okay.
A 4.
You don't find much other than the swords and the shield. But when you pick up that shield, it is some sturdy, well-wrought metal. It's actually kind of heavy, but like you managed to get it up, and yeah, it's a pretty good shield.
Excellent. Now, I hope I'll be able to wield this one a little bit. 19 on my strength. It's an okay thing.
Yeah, it just feels like heavier than your average shield, and it's like, whoa, okay. Which might be why it was so hard to hit before.
I start strolling away, hoping to catch up with the Viceroy and Sandra.
Okay. As everyone is tying ropes off to various parts of Cutlass, Kenneth, you're taking the 2 swords and the shield. I assume the rest of the machineries are being left be to where they lay. Edmund, as you start strolling, you maybe get about 30 feet down this like 60-foot pathway that leads... That's like a connecting bridge almost. You could tell now where this platform would connect and disconnect upon rising or falling. You get to that point, and you see the Viceroy and Sandra coming out to meet you. And Sandra is holding the tome in her arms. And the Viceroy is just gobsmacked looking around as you approach. What took place here?
Does he absolutely see me just like stopping in place, trying to drag the shoes off of the...
He hasn't noticed you quite yet, but he probably will in a second, yes.
he definitely just like drops the rope and kind of kicks his shoes a little bit to the side.
You try to kick the shoes and you bang your toe pretty good.
Skelton's full on like grabbing his foot, like hopping around.
War's been averted. My lips curl into like a half smirk.
He nods for a moment and then looks past and then sees the giant god forged on like in pieces on the ground, kind of squints into the dark and sees what looks to be the brain, but he's not quite sure from this distance, and goes, "Some things are better left unknown. I see. But you're sure everything?"
I stabbed him.
Oh, good.
Yeah, like right in the back.
You have my thanks, Archmedulus. Gives you kind of a look that says he doesn't quite believe you, the Archmedulus, but he's not going to question it after you just saved a city.
Yeah, the Arch Methulus. That's me.
Make a deception check. I just can't.
It's okay.
Did you set it wrong? Oh,
That's
buddy.
a nat 1.
He gives you a look. It's a little stronger this time, but again, does not say anything. All right.
He's definitely still hopping around on his foot too from kicking the shoes.
Ryanthal, I think you were saying something.
Oh, I was going to say, so I don't have any of this detect evil shit, so I think I look over to Shelton and I'm like, why do you keep saying your name? It's kind of weird, dude. Like,
Dude.
I get it, but like, what? I think at this point Ryanthal is now suspicious.
Listen, like homeboy over here said, some things just better left unsaid. How's that brain matter?
Oh, it's got tentacles. You want one?
You know, I think I have had enough of brain matter. Thank you. I am covered in it.
Awesome. All right, so cutting real quick, Kenneth, as you walk up to join Edmund, the Viceroy, and Sandra sees you approach, and she comes up to you with the Tome of Twyla and offers it to you. Page is still open, and goes, "I believe this was to be returned to you in the church."
I bow in gratitude and take it. And I make note of you said it's still open?
Yes, make an Arcana check with me with advantage.
Say, do I notice anything interesting? A 16.
Before, when you were expecting the tome, the magic in the runes were bright and vibrant and flashing in your face, eager to be utilized. They're very dull. Still there, but just not as energetic and ready.
Right. I can take it from her. I nod in gratitude and hold it close to me.
Okay. She nods to you, hands it without a fuss, and goes, "Well, I suppose you're all wanting to get some fresh air and leave this place. We can talk in the other room or upstairs, but things have changed since you're working here."
So we should like totally throw this guy into the lava, right?
The Viceroy looks past and goes, "Yes, well, I'll call some of the Guardian clockwork down. They should be strong enough to move it. Him, regardless."
Can I keep the shoes?
He looks for a moment, kind of makes a sour face, but then goes, a hero of Dyredin may keep the shoe of the vanquished."
He picks the rope back up and starts dragging the shoes.
He sidesteps so you can struggle bust your way past. He turns to start walking back up the path. Do all of you follow along with Sandra?
I'm following you.
As you walk, he does talk, and so does Sandra, cutting in here and there.
Did Edmund actually, you said you wanted to, but did you throw the head in the lava?
Oh, if you want
No.
to make the strength check and try, you can.
I'm glad to help you.
Yeah, I would have at the time.
Okay.
So let's. You just want to take a step back, just a strength check. 7. It's way too heavy. With advantage?
Well, I have a 19 strength, so if I'm helping.
Jeez, you're brawlic as hell. So you should roll with advantage then.
Go ahead, yeah.
Because I'm assisting you.
You want straight strength or
athletics
or what?
Athletics, yeah. Sorry, I should have specified.
Let's hope it's better than the 1-2 I got before. 22.
22. With Edmund's help, I mean, it does take quite a bit of effort. This thing, he weighs a lot, and you manage to chuck the head over the edge, and it goes careening down into the lava. And as that happens, you see a muted arcane explosion of blue light down there flash across lava and then dissipate almost as quickly. Shelton, the boots are much lighter now. And Ryanthal, if you're carrying something, it is also much lighter.
Can I wear them?
They're about 6 sizes too big, but sure. You can clown shoe your way to victory there.
100% clown shoeing. Technically, is it my special ability where I fill out the clothes that I'm wearing?
Not these. Not these.
Worth a try.
Alright. So as you guys are walking, when you get to the other side of this bridge that connects to the platform, you see the Viceroy lean over and is like inspecting a wall. There's some rune markings there. And he starts muttering to himself, looking at them, pulls Sandra over and looks at him, and then goes, I think this is how we take care of the dead down below. That you guys noticed in the other room where the long table was. Is it, can one of you assist Sandra with the incantation? She knows this better than I.
I nod and go over to help her, but I'm going to roll a sense motive, an insight. Things are seeming kind of weird now.
Okay.
So I'm just double checking.
Sure.
Yeah, just so convenient that they showed up.
6, all good.
Yeah, they just seem really concerned about getting rid of the dead downstairs.
All right, I'm more than willing to help.
Awesome. So they take she and you take a moment. She recites to you what needs to be said in the language of the runes on the wall, and as you both chant them, make the hand gestures.
Sorry.
You see you hear a rumbling, and then down below, if you look over the edge, you'll see lava start to drain out of the chamber into a tunnel that leads under where that secondary lab and that second room is with the platform and that big grate. And very faintly, your party hears echoing howls for a split second before it's just nothingness again. And she goes, that should do it. I can't believe there was a horde underneath the city.
This is the appropriate term at this point.
You all walk back into that laboratory, and the tubes are still there, but whatever was keeping the creatures in these vats alive seems to have stopped, and they've all kind of sunk to the bottom of their respective containers, so to speak. Corrosion and decay is rapidly taking over them. Sandra goes, I wish there was a way to save them, but at least now they could be laid to rest. And the Viceroy goes, indeed, and then turns to address all of you and goes, well, I do not know how to thank you in any capacity for saving my city, for dispelling the corruption that was taking place. I was blind to it. I hoped to not be what I thought it was, and it just was so much more than I could have ever predicted. To have our most holy sanctum tarnished and just desecrated. Whatever is within my power as acting regent that I can provide to all of you, I shall. As for trade agreements with your respective nations in holy temples, those will begin within a fortnight. once I ensure all the people are still safe and have the supplies necessary that they need if they wish to continue to leave Diarden, or necessary supplies to continue their lives in better abundance than what it was before, as well as ensuring the others like Sandra are protected.
I have a question.
Yes.
Sheldon speaks up. Whatever happened to the other weenies that just cowered in the meeting in the beginning?
They have been accommodated for their silence of what has transpired.
I feel like we did everything, and they were all acting tough and stuff. Man.
And that is why you will
helpful.
receive whatever I can provide for you within means. They, unfortunately, had to be coerced into not revealing secrets of Diarden that would leave us exposed to the other nations.
Can you reforge these boots to fit me?
That is something we could definitely look into. We have master forgemen and smiths here.
That's all I require.
All right. He will, if you'll give him to him, otherwise if you want to hold on to him, he'll take them for you and basically keep them in his arms until it's time to hand them off to said servants.
He definitely wants to just clown shoe his way out.
Okay.
He's gonna wait until he can, the last moment.
I reach into my pocket and I take out the Pearl of Power, and I hold it up to the light and drop it in the Viceroy's hand. Like, that belongs to your daughter. She was paramount in our success.
He catches it, looks down at it, and kind of smirks and goes, "Such a sneaky devil," and goes, "Thank you," and puts in one of his pockets. So I appreciate you returning that.
I nod and continue walking.
Okay. You guys start to walk out of downstairs, unless you guys want to do anything else down here. You do hear the footsteps of what sound to be like clockwork. But upon meeting them at the top of the stairs in that first laboratory, they just marched by you and start heading downstairs to that room. And the Viceroy speaks up and says to properly dispose of the dead and make sure they receive last morning rites come the morrow. And you are escorted up to the first floor. Maybe about, if you want to, you can go to your rooms. Otherwise, your items that you may have brought with you into the keep are collected within about 20 minutes by clockwork soldiers. You don't see any Zollern servants downstairs, the cloaked ones. Only Sandra. As the soldiers start bringing your items, brought you down, the Viceroy goes, "I will be in touch. If you wish to stay here for a few days, you may. If you wish to return to your homes and your sanctums, that is fine. But you can rest assured the people will be allowed their exodus within a few weeks' time once we make sure the proper provisions are settled. Whatever any of you need, do not hesitate to come knock. You are welcome guests of the keep." And if no one says anything, Shelton, I assume you'll stay behind to get your boots reforged. But
oh yeah,
everyone's stuff is basically carried by clockwork soldiers, and you go out into the city, and everyone just make an insight or a perception check. Your call.
A 15 for me.
Okay.
15.
5. It's been a long day. I need a nap.
Kenneth,
20.
20. All right, so those 15s, the 20 and the 5. So Kenneth, as you're walking through the Zollern outer district and then into the beginnings of Dolo district, you notice this first. People should be furious at what happened to him yesterday. People should be, if there's any people at all left in the streets, they should be at arms. But the few people that are returning to the streets, most of them coming from the keep, other passages that are not connected to that main entrance, they seemed a little dazed, but very docile and just chatting to one another about, and you hear them whispering to one another, but no one seems upset. And the rest of you notice this shortly after, but unfortunately, Ryanthal, you're so bone tired having used up all your magic that you're just trying to keep one foot in front of the other as your stuff is loaded up into a carrier wagon.
Actually, I'm going to stop that. I am tired. I would like to take a nap. I'm going to just be staying here in town for a while.
Okay, are you staying in the keep or are you going to an inn?
I would like to stay in the keep if possible
Sure.
and start prying this goodwill to like my plan is going to be. I just fell into his good graces. I got shit to do. I'm not leaving. I want to try to apply my new standing.
Perfect. So you will stay within the keep in the guest chamber. It is now, except for sharing with Shelton, it's a lot roomier.
Cool.
And you use your good graces to build more repertoire with the Viceroy and gain access to more of the Clockwork Soldiers and the Guardians. And their
yes, and
snaps.
also it would have been really, really bad if they retrieved my stuff without me being there.
That's very true. So, we'll say beforehand you alerted them to wait for you, and the Viceroy sent out a note to hold until you reached your rooms. So if the party wants to talk before Ryanthal parts ways with you, or Shelton and Ryanthal part ways from Edmund and Kenneth, please do so before you go out with these perception checks. Or these insight checks. Okay. So
Guess
then,
we're all just kind of staring at each other.
we're all just like, nah, we're good.
yeah.
I go up to my rooms
work
and we
is
act
done.
like we don't even know each other.
The work
Don't even
is
say
done.
bye.
No, that's fair. Work is done. So Edmund and Kenneth, then you two see this. The people just not seemingly reacting to what happened yesterday. None of them even seem to bat you an eye. You know a good number of people in this district saw you two.
It definitely seems odd, but we just went through hell like not that long ago.
Fair.
So that's not even a concern at this point. It's something to store in the back of my mind. But if people have forgotten or have been brainwashed or bribed into letting it go, I will worry about that another time.
Okay. Kenneth, are you doing anything?
I would have to agree. Except, I mean, they seem happy enough. So, is Sandra with us?
She stopped at the entrance of the keep, but did not proceed to follow. She sort of waved you off, but is still probably there if you look back. If you wanted to flag her down to come to you or go back to her.
Yeah, I'm going to flag her to see if she would join me. And I would just ask her, is this acceptable and normal and expected?
She walks alongside you for a little bit and goes, sometimes it is better to dream than to wake up and know the true horror.
Understandable. Is there anything else that you would like me to bring back to Kaisun?
I would say to talk. She kind of struggles for a moment, even though you can't really see an expression. The swirling blue of her faceplate kind of darkens and lightens again into different shades of like indigo and sky colors. And she goes, I would think you would need to tell them that I am compromised, as I have no plans of leaving Diarden. And given the situation, I am more inclined to protect this city now than I was in my past life. Whether that be the magic that created me, or just situation, I'm not sure. If they...
Perhaps
Yes?
I will tell them that Becca is no more, as compromised might fall differently on ears.
I leave it in your hands to relay the correct message. Thank you to you and your party for everything.
Thank you for your aid, for your guidance.
She will bow her head to you.
I reply, and on my way.
She will turn and walk back towards the keep.
I rejoin Edmund and say, this is by choice of their leaders. So, I am headed back to my reports. Where are you off?
I don't know. I turn to face you and I offer you my hand for like the warrior clasp. I grip your forearm.
Instantly
I am
offer back.
My job is to protect. I am the shield. I'm a paladin of Varanon. I feel that I need to protect more. So I think I'm going to be traveling a bit. I know this is your home, and these people here definitely need you.
My place is under the stars. This is I was ripped from my home long ago. This is a stopping point. So, as you can see, I do the protection myself. If you would like someone to travel with, then what you should do is join me for a short stint while I drop off this tome, and then I'm free.
We leave in the morning?
We leave in the morning. Especially after a good feed.
I'm just looking to sleep.
We have that too.
Well, my friend, we'll see you in a few hours.
Very well.
Not to you.
You can come with. That's what I'm saying. Join me. We drop this off.
Oh,
and then we
you're
go.
Dropping that off locally?
Well,
that doesn't seem like much of a quest.
It's probably not. Time out, if you will. They're not here, are they?
No. Well, you could figure out a way to move it through here, so to speak, if you trust the network.
So here's what we need to do. We need a night's rest, my friend. Then I can contact, and we can figure out a plan, but either way this goes, it will leave my charge. Or, that could be our first stop. If we have a place to rest, we keep this under lock and key, we keep this protected. That's our first stop, we drop this off, and then the world is ours.
Well, as stated, we leave in the morning to go drop it off, and then we will see what else is out there.
Love it.
For now, I'm going to go sleep in my bed. It's been a while. And I just start strolling away.
All right. We're going to cut back over to Ryanthal and Sheldon, I'm sorry. You two are in the keep. Ryanthal, you've returned to your rooms before the Guardians happened upon some unsavory effects of entering without permission. I believe Shelton is with you. What are you two doing?
So I'm with Ryanthal?
If you'd like to be. If not, you could be heading to the smithy for your boots to be refitted.
He's with Ryanthal, and he's like, hey, we ain't so bad together.
Yeah. I think we made quite a good team.
And I got really nowhere else to go. And if you need somebody to stab things, or steal things, I'm good at that too.
Actually, I think I might have some really fun ideas for later on that front. Tell you what, if you're going to be sticking around, I think there might be some information and some things I could really use a hand getting at. We might be able to help you out on that front. Speaking of what does an Archmedulus do? Like, it sounds like a royal title. Don't you have some place that you're supposed to be? Do you really just have, like, free reign?
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. You know, you probably had no idea. But I'm not really the Archmedulas.
Huh. So who are you?
I am. And I have no idea really who I am. But I am a skeleton.
That's crazy. A skeleton. I mean...
He removes his robes just briefly and shows him.
Ryanthal immediately faints. Finally gets his long waves, gets his sleep for the first time in as long as he's wanted, yeah. Just passes out.
Sheldon's a little self-conscious now. He's not going to be doing that anymore. Shelton definitely goes and finds like a quilt and puts it on Ryanthal, and then goes to the blacksmith or forgery master to get his boots redone.
I love it. So, Ryanthal, you dream of once past fleeing an orc-ish woman, big, strong, beautiful in her might and her tusks that gleam in the daylight and bloodshed. And you faintly recall servants talking about an inn in the city that sports such an orc over at the Berserker and the Hyena down in Dolo. And in your dreams, you think you might take a visit. Shelton, you go over to the smithy here in Zollern and meet Horugar, a Durgar that is overseeing this sort of smith. He immediately takes them and starts the process of smelting, forging them, and you listen to him clack away at it for a few hours until the J-Night crystals start to dim. Edmund, you and Kenneth go and get your rooms for the night and go your separate ways before continuing your travels in the morning. You get to sleep rather easily without issue, but then suddenly you're rustled awake. Your arms and legs are grabbed and pinned down, and when you try to slip free, you're re-gripped. 4 hooded and cloaked figures have swarmed you, while 2 others stand at the foot of the bed. One reaching out hesitantly towards you, while the other grabs their arm and pulls it back, stopping them. We need to talk.
This is a weird way to go about it. I try to pull free and struggle, but I kind of overwhelmed here. I'm gathering.
Yes. The one who spoke, the more masculine one, the one next to him sounds more feminine when they go, "Let him go, let him go." And the hooded figures slowly release their grip and back off a few feet.
I have no idea what you want, but I'll take down as many of you as I can before I go.
The masculine hooded figure that spoke the first time raises a hand and goes, "What we want from you, Kai. We want our blood back. We want justice for what was stolen from us, what was taken from us."
Kai, you've got the wrong person.
No, we don't. You are our only grandson.
What?
And that's when the masculine voiced figure pulls back the hood of their cloak, and you see in the dim light their serpentine eye flashing, scales across an old man's forehead and receding hairline. His hair is gray from age and his face wrinkled, but there's something familiar about him, as with the woman who also takes her hood down. Long gray hair that comes to her shoulders, similar scaled features, and gentle eyes, though reptilian in nature.
Yanti.
Just like you.
You're wrong. I'm no...
You are! Look at your arm. You keep it covered. You were told you were burned as a baby in the fire. And then Male figure goes, "More lies told that took you from us and corrupted your mind to raise their own. Look at you. You know the truth. Those aren't burns. Those are scales. You're Yanti. Just like myself. Your grandfather." And then they gesture to the woman, "And your grandmother."
No.
"Yes. The two who raised you. They killed your parents. They took our daughter. Took you from us. This is the first chance we've had to contact you. Years have been stolen from us. You've been nothing but poisoned with lies all your life. We're here to make sure the truth is known. To make sure you know everything. The truth you never received."
You're lying.
"You know we're not."
No, you're lying.
"Kai, come with us. We'll explain everything to you, please."
No. No.
"Please,
No.
Kai. Please."
Why do you keep calling me that?
"Because that was my grandfather's name, and you were named after him."
I'm listening.
And that is where we end Chronicle 3.
Yay!
Thank you, everyone. Everyone came off mute. What do you want to say?
I was just, woo! And Chronicle 3. Well done.
Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
Oh dear. I assume you're smarting a little bit there, Johnny.
Technically, I'm okay. I'm not bleeding, if that's the thing anymore.
Bleeding. What's that like?
Anyway, we will save all this for Table for D4, but thank you everyone so much for tuning into Chronicle 3. We're getting ready to ramp up for Chronicle 4 here in the next week or so. Please check out our social medias. We're on Facebook. We're starting to put these recordings on YouTube if you like YouTube better. We have the Instagrams. We also do a little bit of TikTok here and there. If you like what we're doing, please check out our Patreon. We have different tier subscriptions there. Depending on your tier, you can help us build the canon of this world and join us for games. Johnny, who do we got to thank for our patron?
We need to thank Galashank and James and Kaylee and Farlorn. Those are the foundation of everything we have.
Hey. Thank you guys so much. And James, I think you got some social medias to shout out.
Yeah, of course. Pretty simple. Anything that has to do with Sunnyside James. Just like how it sounds. Sunnyside James. All one word.
Beautiful. And how about you, Dave? Anything you want to shout out?
Just if you want to see me play again, I'll probably back at this eventually. But in the meanwhile, I'll be playing with James hopefully on Fridays once we get into the new year. At least a few Fridays. But definitely check out his Twitch stream, and he's got some stuff on YouTube now as well. And definitely check James out.
Thank you. All right, and remember everybody, dorks are dangerous. Bye!
Bye!
Thank you.